Hi class, welcome to lesson 2. I'm so excited to get started on our lesson this week. This video is specifically going to talk about our writing assignment that we have due on Wednesday, which is a love letter. So before I get talking specifically about the love letter, I just want to give you an overview of what you can expect this week. On Wednesday, you need to make sure and have the first post in our weekly discussion board, and then the writing assignment. Those are the two main things due on Wednesday. The rest of these are just videos that they encourage you to have watched by Wednesday. Then you have your Thursday gathering, and then Saturday you have your grammar exercises due, scripture study. Since this is a 5-credit course, they do include hymns and scriptures for you to read, part of the religion. So that's what the 2 extra credits are, is that religion portion. So let's talk more specifically about the due dates. So this writing assignment will be completed for both lessons 2 and 3. A lot of students get confused and think they have to do a new writing assignment. It's not. It's the same writing assignment that you're just perfecting it and improving it over the 2 weeks, okay? So lesson 2, you have your first draft due Wednesday. This is a draft. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the better you make it, the more feedback I can give you on it. Lesson 3 is when you perfect that writing assignment. Okay, so let's talk specifically about the writing assignment. You're going to write a love letter. It's 250 to 400 words. That is about 1 full page double-spaced. Okay. Now the difficult thing about this writing assignment is you are writing it to an object that is a non-living thing. So if you write about something living like your cat or your spouse, I will ask you to rewrite it. So please write about an object. Some examples or ideas, you can write about your favorite food. Maybe if you are into a hobby such as wood making or writing, if you like a specific piece of clothing, like your blue shirt, you can describe that, or hiking. So those are a few ideas for you to think about. The biggest challenge about writing this assignment is the description. That's kind of the whole purpose of this assignment. We're focusing on description and giving strong detail. So the best way I have found to help students learn about description is to focus on the 5 senses. The 5 senses are touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste. So when you describe your object, I want you to include as many as the 5 senses as possible. So what do you hear with the object? If it's a table you're describing, do the legs scrape across the floor? If you describe smell, does it smell like roses or does it smell like garbage? These are the details that I want to see in your essay. This next slide gives you an example of how you can use the 5 senses in your writing. So I chose to describe Dove chocolate. If you want, feel comfortable to pause the video and read these out loud. I would encourage you to do that. I am just going to talk about taste. So notice I use the pronoun your because I am directly talking about the chocolate as if it were a real person. So remember, you want to use pronouns like your, and my that are personal to describe this. So I say, your milk chocolate goodness smoothly runs down my throat. So I'm describing the taste. Okay, what are you going to describe in your essay? I can't wait to see the details that you give me. Please, if you have any questions, post them on the questions and discussion board. Have a great day. Bye.